Hey, here we go. I have returned. Today I think we're gonna do chapters 3 to 6, maybe? I don't know. Depends where the smart is, but here we go. As I said before, this is I Don't Want to Feel Better. Glam Rock Freddy x Glam Bonnie x Monty. So, by Missevilxd. See if I can remember how to do the voices. It's been a few days. After the show, Bonnie was waiting for. After the show, how much Bonnie was waiting for this. Him and Freddy were the first to change and were now loading stuff into their car. The rabbit's arms being wrapped around the talker's waist. Amazing show, Fredbear. He hesitated before landing a kiss on the other's neck. Freddy, couldn't agree more with you, he added before getting out of the other's grasp, closing the car door, and turning to him. Wanna celebrate? The smaller asked as he got close to the other, their eyes locking. Of course, but we gotta get out of here first, he said before dragging the other inside the car, then moving to a practically empty, badly lit parking lot. It wasn't ideal, but at least it was more private. Once the car was parked, Bonnie and Freddy took off their seatbelts, the bassist moving to the other's lap. Hold on. There we go. I please go and read the smut if you're into that crap. It's chapter 3, Complicated Feelings. I've just had to skip it because I'm just gonna dodge a bullet here because I don't want YouTube to take this down. It was after the show. Monty helped Chica carry all their stuff over to the car, putting them in the trunk. Monty, well, that was a hell of a performance. Chica, not too shabby for you too, she chuckled. Just kidding, you were amazing. Monty, that's odd. Where's the other car? Where's the other two? Hold on, my cat wants to come in. Sorry. Hold on. Hi. Hi. So we are recording again. Are we? Yeah. So quick break. Hello. Say hi. Say hi to the camera. Say Mama. Oh no, you just turned my mic off. Okay. Right, sorry about that. I'm gonna disappear now. Okay, sorry for that brief delay. Right. That's odd. Where's the other car? And where's the other two? Roxy. 100% they are fucking. Monty. Wait, they're a thing? Chica. From what I know, they're just fuck buddies. Either way, we should get moving. We still have a lot to drive through tonight, and I'm texting Freddy the place of the camping site, and they'll meet us there. Monty. Well, I guess I'm going in the car with y'all. Gregory. Great, now I can't lie down on the back seat. Monty. Sorry, dude. Not much else was said as they got inside the car and hit the road. Monty trembled his leg anxiously. It was a longer ride and he was having horrible cravings. Just a little more and I'll be done. I can go to sleep, I can just go off to sleep after dinner. Stay calm. There's a shadow on the wall. Stay calm. In fact, I think that's one of the comments at this. Yeah. Yeah, that's... And yes, I replied to that comment. Oh my god. His thoughts were interrupted as he felt liquid run down his nose, wiping it off with their hand. But the bleeding didn't stop. Fuck, these nosebleeds are getting more frequent. He thought as they looked for a tissue in his pockets, being careful so the blood didn't drip anywhere. Not finding it. Monty. Oh, does anyone have a tissue? Chica. Yeah, here, she said, handing it, the taller wiping off the blood. Fuck, I gotta be careful with these nosebleeds. I can't let anyone touch my blood. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry. I really like this story, I gotta say. Well done, Rock. Rocks? I don't remember your name. Damn it. Chica. So, Gregory, you ever get around to finishing the work you had to do? Gregory. No, I fucking hate the things in that textbook. Please, just get me something else to read. I'm so bored I want to shut off my brains. God, tell me about it. Monty. That was unnecessary. Gregory. You're just gonna pretend that you're my dad now, too? Monty. No, I'm just pointing it out. You can say you're bored in other ways, just like you just did, but don't use suicide, I swear to God. Gregory, it's just an expression. Why are you so pressed about it? Monty, suicide shouldn't be taken lightly, alright? The moment you start getting familiar and comfortable with the idea, shit goes down. Somehow that silenced Gregory. The gate his mind drifting off. Fuck, why did you mention it now? I can't take it off my head. God, I gotta get high. I can't with these fucking thoughts. I have to get high. Soon enough, they got to the campsite and met the other two, who stayed setting up tents, while Roxy taught Gregory how to make a fire, and Monty, the guitarist, helped the guitarist prepare dinner. Chica. You know, Monty, I find it amusing. You've barely been in this band, and you somehow, out of all of us, are the one that makes Greggy makes Greg good out of Greg's, makes Gregory see reason. How do you do that? Monty. I don't know. I'm just telling things I learned by experience. As he spoke, Freddie and Bonnie made their way around the fire pit, close enough to hear the others' conversation. Chica. How was your childhood, like, growing up? Monty. Complicated at best, like I told you all already. Got kicked out of my folks' home pretty early on in my teens. I was 15 if I remember right, though I'm not sure. Can't remember a lot of what happened. The amount of bad choices I've done. Chica. Why'd they kick you out? Monty. I don't want to talk about it. Chica. Valid. How did you manage, though? Monty. Mainly stealing. Not the best. But a motherfucker gotta eat. Chica. Sorry if this is way too personal, but the way you spoke about not joking about suicide, have you lost someone to it? Monty. Yeah, a lot of them actually. Get caught up in the wrong shit and end up taking their own lives. He sighed before speaking. Don't tell anyone else, but I myself struggle with suicidal thoughts. Mainly because of my stupid decisions. The girl put her hand on the other's shoulder. Chica.
You didn't do anything to deserve those thoughts, alright? Don't blame yourself, honey.
Monty. Kinda hard, but I'll try. Thanks for listening. I've been feeling so alienated here. Y'all seem to have way different backgrounds than me, and that's the whole Bond hating my ass shenanigans. Chica.
It's nothing. I'm here to talk. Just whenever you need,
she said, hugging him. Monty. Thanks. Okay, next chapter. Just here, listen to my very nice. Listen to this shit while you sleep. I will compile like a playlist, and of course none of my stuff's monetized, so there's gonna be no adverts. So you can sleep listening to this wonderful thing. Not written by me. I'm just here to do the voices. Chapter 4, Midnight Crying. How long is this chapter? 5 minutes, that's fine. Allegedly. These Wattpad read time things are always wrong. It was after dinner. Monty laid down in the tent, him being inside of the sleeping bag. Although its tail was out, it was just more comfortable for him to sleep like that. Not that he was getting any sleep. The bassist laid down, crying as their mind wandered, spiraling down depressive and suicidal thoughts. That's when Bonnie came in. Bonnie, what the fuck, dude? Your tail's all in my shit. He let out, not expecting the other to hear. He was so surprised when he saw the tail move to the other side. Monty, sorry, they managed to say without sounding that sad. Hiding their face on his pillow, Bonnie laying down on the other side of the tent. So, you're in front of your thing? They asked, trying to escape the intrusive thoughts that flooded his mind. It's Bonnie. None of your fucking business. My god, that sounded like Bonnie's come off the tee. He is on to you, isn't he? I don't know. All I know is that he's trans in this, and he's very gay. Everyone's gay. Oh well, better than everyone dying of fucking cancer in the that one story from Tales from the Pizzaplex. Monty. Okay, sorry. There's a fly in my water. The escapism, running away from the thoughts, wasn't working, much to the taller's dismay. He did his best to not cry that loud. Still, a few whimpers were escaping. He didn't want the other to know. He just wanted to cry himself asleep, but soon enough they ran out of luck. The rabbit turning off his phone and putting a hand on the other's shoulder. Bonnie. Monty, you okay? He asked, worried. Even if they didn't get along that well, he still had empathy for the guy. Monty. I'm fine, he answered, his face still buried in his pillow. Bonnie. No, you're not. You're crying. Yeah, my Bonnie voice / accent is a little... It changes, but it's fine. It's stupid. Monty. No, I'm not. Bonnie. Then look at me. There was a quick moment of silence, the taller not complying. Monty. Why do you even care? You hate my ass. Bonnie. I don't exactly hate your ass. Could have found a way to better phrase it, Bon. No critiquing of the writer. It's just, yeah. It's key part to the story, I'll have you know. Monty, then why, when you talk to me, you sound so annoyed? Why did you get into a fight with Freddie when I entered the band? You hate me. You're probably just doing this shit so I don't annoy you any further, he snapped, getting up, freeing himself from the other's grasp, and getting outside the tent. I'ma do just that. The alligator moved next to the fire pit, still embers in it. They sizzled, bringing some sort of comfort to the silence of the night. The rabbit went outside as well, sitting beside Monty, looking at the fire. Bonnie, I know we have our differences, but I can't let you be like this. Tell me what's going on. You might feel better. Monty, you wouldn't understand. Besides, if I tell you, you'll find a way to make me leave the band because of it. Just go to sleep and let me be. Bonnie, I can't. I legitimately can't go to sleep. Monty, why? Bonnie, chronic pain. I was actually avoiding coming out to smoke a blunt because it's cold as fuck. No one here mind if I do? Monty, not really. Why won't you leave me alone, man? The rabbit began to roll up his joint. Bonnie, listen, if you're not telling me, it's fine. If I were in your situation, I probably wouldn't have as well. But I ain't leaving you all by yourself when you ain't okay, so, he said before putting the joint in his mouth, lighting it. That's actually nice. That's Monty, by the way. The rabbit took a puff before handing it over to the other. Bonnie, not sure a downer would help with much with what you're feeling, but you want a hit? He asked, out of pure respect, the other taking it and doing so. Monty, thanks. He said, thanks, he said, handing it to the other. Take what I can get. Bonnie, it's more than weed? Monty, I ain't replying to that. Bonnie, fair enough. Monty, I'm heading back inside. I should go sleep since I gotta drive tomorrow morning. Bonnie. Night, he said before checking his phone, looking at the text. Messages. Fredbear. Loved our little hookup tonight, though I wish we could have more time together. Bon. So did I. The rabbit looked down at his phone. The other wasn't online. There wasn't a better time than this to come clean about his feelings. He mustered up the courage to type it down. Bon. I love you. But before he could send it, he deleted the message, turning off his phone, and he groaned. Why can't I say it? I feel it. I've never been so passionate about someone. Why can't I tell him? Why can't I tell him I want something more? He thought, okay, I really over-exaggerated the accent there, but you know. He thought as he got up, getting away from the fire pit and moving over to the tent, getting inside and laying down. He looked over at the gator, who was now asleep, not caring to hide the marks on his arms. So I was right. He does have track marks. I gotta tell Freddie. No, maybe I should just tell Chica and Roxy. They'll know what to do. Morning once more, Freddie and Chica were the first ones to wake up. They went for a walk. Chica,
How was it last night? You two had fun?
Freddy, yeah. The guitarist looked at him in worry. Chica.
Why are you so down?
Freddy, you think Bon loves me? Chica.
Of course. You two act like a couple for so long. Aren't you something?
Freddy. I mean, yeah, I love him so much. It's just that... The better side before continuing. Why won't he say it back? Why won't he say he loves me? Are we just friends? Are all our encounters really just meaningless? Chica.
I don't know, honey. Maybe ask him?
Freddy. Len, we're never alone and I don't want to drag someone along like a third wheel. Okay, Freddy's voice went a little weird. Chica.
I'll get Monty to ride with me and Gregory after the show.
Meet Roxy and Gregory after the show.
I forgot about my own girlfriend. Wow.
Freddy. Thanks. Chica.
It's nothing. Not gonna lie, it's kind of a relief to ride with Monty. Gregory listens to him and holy shit, since that kid entered his teens, he hasn't listened to anyone.
Freddy, tell me about it. Though it's weird, you don't expect Monty to be the kind to be good with kids. Chica.
I don't think he is. Freddy, let's face it, Gregory's just getting older and he's been a teen for a while.
Freddy. Yeah, just hard seeing him grow up. Chica.
I get you.
Freddy. You think he'll start asking about his mom?
Chica. He's asked me for a while now and I just told him to ask you for this story.
Freddy. I don't think I'm ready to tell him. Chica.
Well, you gotta be ready, 'cause it's any day now.
And yeah. So I'm gonna leave it there. Next chapter is chapter 5, car drive. So yeah. Please tell me if I should keep saying who's talking first, because it's just adding it's adding like 5 minutes onto the video. Or if my voices are like distinct enough. Like Bon has the New York accent for unknown reasons. Freddy is just
British.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?